Welcome back, my fellow Americans. My name's Timothy Gay Sr., and I am running for presidency of the United States of America. And the reason why I'm running for presidency of the United States of America is because I am tired of the same old, same old. Now, for example, hey Jag, do me a favor. I want you to go to your bank back there, and I want you to get out $1 trillion. Can you do that for me?
No, I don't have that much.
You don't have that much money? But that's what we're expecting our children and our grandchildren to do. To foot the bill, because we continue to put people in Washington and put people in Congress that increases spending without the means to pay for it. So we continue borrowing, and we make our children and our grandchildren pick up the tab. Okay? Well, I hear today that they're still talking about Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security. And what can be done about that? How can we save money on that? We can't save money on that. We cannot penalize the elderly for getting older. We cannot penalize the needy for their situations. The majority of them, it is beyond their control. I've discussed this in the last segment, and so I'll briefly touch on it. We need to cut our foreign aid. We need to set aside 25% of our yearly money that we send across seas, just to send across seas. 25% of that we need to set into a fund in case of emergencies, in case of natural disasters, that we can reach out to help the world in their time of need. But we need to take that 75% and we need to invest it here in America. Whether that be to pay down the national debt, or whether it be to fund the programs that we need. However, we cannot touch Social Security, we cannot touch Medicare, we cannot touch Medicaid. Those are programs that work. There are other programs that don't work, that don't need the money. And I also think that on our issue of trade, we need to suspend all trade and start completely over and make sure that we, as Americans, are treated fairly in every trade. Equal trade or no trade. Period. No negotiations. Equal trade or no trade. Also, you always hear talk of politicians that we need to do something about our education because we're falling further and further behind. But yet none of them do anything to increase the spending. That's another area that's always cut. Education, Social Security. The first two that's always cut. There are other programs that don't work. For example, here the Medicare, or Medicaid, in Arizona. If you're on Medicaid and you need an organ transplant, that's not covered anymore. But the governor of our fine state of Arizona can go out and spend money on studies for algae. That a study on algae is more important than a person's life. I'm sorry, but if there is one homeless person in our country, that's one too many. I, for one, am tired of the same old, and sending people to Washington to make decisions that they don't even listen to us. They make decisions that are better for them. They continually vote to increase their wages, and then they call for the American people to tighten their belts. This isn't right. Yes, there needs to be sacrifices done, but it's sacrifices that they can join in on. They don't need to be cut. They don't need to be voting for pay raises. Not when there's homeless here in America. Not when there's needy here in America. One needy person in this country is one too many. Everybody wants to talk about socialism, how it's not right, and how you can't raise taxes in a financial situation. No, but you can cut spending. You can cut spending on programs that don't work and have proven that they never will work, but yet you continue to invest in those. And you may say, well, you're a nobody. You ain't going to win this election. Well, maybe not. But if we send the message to Washington that we are tired of it, and we refuse to send the same people back for term after term after term, they get nothing done. And then turn to our children and expect them to pay the bill. It's time that we make true, honest change in America. And a vote for Timothy Gay Sr. will do that. Send an outsider to Washington. Send a message to this government that we're not going to deal with it anymore. We're tired of the same old. We're tired. We're tired of depending on foreign countries for our oil when we have abundance of it here that we can drill for here. We don't need to be paying $3 for a gallon of gasoline. And as a call out for cleaner energy, more solar. But I've yet to see a picture of the White House with solar panels on top of it. It's time that somebody tries to lead by an example and just, actions speak louder than words. You hear that your whole life. But yet, all we get is words, promises. Promises that are broken. Word that is not kept. Again, Timothy Gay Sr. You can email me at timothygay.senior4, that's the number 4, prez at yahoo.com. Again, Timothy Gay Sr. 4, prez at yahoo.com. I wanted to talk about other issues, but with this budget coming up and with the talk of hitting the Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, I'm sorry, that just makes me mad. We need change. We need to get rid of things that don't work and keep the things that are working. They are doing what they are intended to do. You don't broke what's, if it's not broke, you don't fix it. You fix what's broken. And Washington is broken, and it's time that we fix it and we take it back. Together we can do this. Thank you, and may God bless America.